My shirt has cats on it. You should take style advice from me. So skincare videos are probably my favorite beauty guru video to watch, and I think they're my favorite for the same reason that you're probably not going to like this video. For me, a big appeal of beauty videos is the sense of living vicariously through these other people. So watching skincare videos kind of makes me feel like I've tried all these fun new products, which is really exciting for me because I don't get to try any new products on my skin. Like at all. There is nothing fun about my skincare routine, which is why I like watching other people's skincare videos and why you're probably not going to like mine. Before I start talking about products, I'm going to quickly go over my history with my skin. I've been getting acne medication from my general practitioner for a few years before I started seeing dermatologists when I was about 16, but that was always for my body acne on my back and chest. My face was never really an issue until I turned 19. Right around my 19th birthday, I started getting cystic acne all over my chin and cheeks. If you've had cystic acne, you know how awful it is, and if you haven't, count your blessings. My dermatologist explained that this is actually a pretty common phenomenon in adult females. Apparently right around when female bodies turn 20, there's this shift in hormones that causes a lot of breakouts on your jawline. It happened to me, it's happened to loads of my friends. If you watch Sana of Derpina Mode's skincare video, she talks about something very similar to this. So if this is happening to you, you are not alone, and there's a reason. Which if you're like me, that's like no consolation whatsoever. So, solutions! Sana talks about how she went all natural with her skincare and how that helped her. I basically went the exact opposite and started taking a shit ton of synthetic drugs. If there's any interest, I'd be happy to make a video talking about the medications to take for my acne, but since they were prescribed to me by a physician and therefore not accessible by most people watching this video, I'll just mention them quickly. I take spironolactone and clindamycin. All the shit hit the fan though when I accidentally used a much higher percentage of topical gel than my doctor had prescribed to me. I have very sensitive skin, and I'm also related to a man whose hands are so dry that touchscreen phones often don't recognize them as human flesh. And adding a highly concentrated irritant on top of all that basically just fucked up my skin's chemistry irreversibly. With the system I've been using now, most of the really dehydrated sandpaper-like patches of skin around my nose, mouth, and eye areas have mostly gone away, but if I switched to using anything else, I'm almost positive they would come back. Almost all of the products that I use now are from the Vanicare line, which I swear was like invented for newborn babies or some shit. Like, this stuff doesn't have anything that has ever caused an irritating reaction in anyone ever. If your drugstore has a pharmacy section, this might be there. They also sell it online on a bunch of weird websites that sell like air purifiers, and it's in the drugstore brand price range. So now that we're over 3 minutes into my skincare video, let's actually start talking about my skincare routine. Usually I don't wear foundation or eye makeup, but when I do, I remove it before cleansing in the evening. I use the Maybelline New York Expert Eyes Moisturizing Eye Makeup Remover for waterproof eye makeup. I don't actually use waterproof eye makeup, but I bought this because it said it was moisturizing. My eyelids are really easily irritated. Like, I found that even just removing mascara with a cotton ball like 2 days in a row would leave my eyelids so dry and raw, and it was not cute. But I found that using this with a really light touch really infrequently has minimized that problem, so I am quite pleased with this. Then if I'm wearing BB cream or a foundation, I will use one of the Yes to Cucumbers Soothing Hypoallergenic Facial Towelettes. For me, these are not as soothing as they claim to be. They actually sting quite a bit, but I so rarely wear foundation anymore that it's not really worth it to go out and buy new ones. Morning and evening, I wash my face with the Vanicream Cleansing Bar. I quite like this. It foams up really nicely, which is fun. If my skin has an especially noticeable buildup of dead, dry skin, I will add about half a teaspoon of baking soda to my cleanser and then lather up and wash as normal. And that just acts as a really gentle exfoliant. This doesn't feel good, mostly because it's impossible to rinse off, but I don't really want to spend money on a scrub that I'll only use like once a month, and that would probably irritate my skin. So, baking soda. After that, I pat my skin dry with a clean towel, and the first thing I do is I treat my eyes. I do this first because my hands are clean and I want to avoid getting any of the rest of the products near my eyes. In the morning, treating my eyes means putting in my contacts, and in the evening, I moisturize using the Vanapply ointment. This is not for everyone. It's a straight up ointment, but if I don't use this at least once a day, my eyes get really raw and dry and gross. If my skin is really dry, which happens mostly around my nose area, I will apply a little bio oil. I don't think you're supposed to apply this with your finger, but this shit cost me $13. Like hell, I'm going to lose even a penny of that inside the depths of a cotton ball. So I just get a little on my finger and rub it in. Next, I moisturize my face using the Vanicream Light Lotion. I use this morning and evening without fail. It's just a basic everyday moisturizer. It doesn't feel great. It feels sort of suffocating at first, like it's just sitting on top of my skin, but that goes away eventually. The next thing I do in the mornings is apply a sunscreen. I use the Vanicream SPF 30 sunscreen. And this stuff is really sticky, so I sort of have to pat it into my skin rather than rub it. At night, obviously, I don't wear sunscreen, but I do apply a little tretinoin cream, which is a topical acne treatment prescribed to me by my doctor. Then I come back in with my Vanapply ointment and moisturize all those dry spots on my face again. I really try to load this on during the night so that I don't have to wear as much during the day, because, like, it's an ointment. And the last thing I do, and I only do this at night, is spot treatment. If I have any zits forming or otherwise just want to dry out, I will use a little bit of the Alba Botanica Natural Acnedote Maximum Strength Invisible Treatment Gel. I don't actually think this works, but when that beginning of a zit turns into a big monstrosity of a zit, it makes me feel better to know that I tried. Speaking of big monstrosities, on any zits that I've picked at or that have opened or that are otherwise just looking particularly angry, I will apply a little bit of this triple antibiotic ointment, which is basically Neosporin. And I feel basically the same way about this as I do about the spot treatment. When those big ass zits turn into big ass scars, at least I know I tried to heal them. So that is my skincare routine. I am sorry this video is so long and boring. I wanted one of the first videos on this channel to be about my skin because it's just gonna keep coming up all the time, and rather than explain all the weird things about my face over and over and over again, I can just refer back to this video and move on. So that is that! I will see you guys next time.